Today I'm going to take you through one of the best back exercises. Actually, I feel that I didn't actually do this in my career, and it's from the late great Mr. John Meadows. John Meadows did an exercise that he created called the Meadows Row.
Love is a message.
Good day guys, Coach Troy Brown, IFBB Pro, apexphysiques.ca, your go-to resource for physique development. We don't have the landmine attachment, but what we're using is just kind of mimicking it, if you will. We're just using a dumbbell in the corner and then throwing Olympic bar in there. Now, you can use 45-pound plates, but I prefer 25-pound plates. I think the late great John Meadows also used 25-pound plates. But let's kind of go over it and kind of talk about what muscle groups we're going to activate. You can do it a couple of different ways. As you row, you can flare the elbow, which is going to get a little bit more posterior delt, or you can pin the elbow in a little bit more, which will probably activate a little bit more mid, maybe thoracic lat. But it's a great exercise, and I just wish I would have done it in my career. But anyway, let's go over the technique. So this is the landmine attachment. We just used a 45-pound barbell, wedged it in the corner there, and stuck a dumbbell on top of it. But what we're going to do here is use 25-pound plate. Everyone's different, right? And the reason why we're all different, because we've got longer arms, we've got longer torsos, longer femur length, so it might not fit us as well. So I find, for me, being 5'6", this is probably the best bang for my buck in terms of the setup. What I'm looking for, does my heel line up, or my front foot, does it line up with the landmine attachment with the barbell itself? So what my heel will line up, generally speaking, it's about half a foot. Basically, it's about half a foot in length from the distance of the edge of the barbell to where my heel is. And I'm going to lead with my right arm first, which is my weaker arm, and I'm going to have my radius, my left radius on my thigh. So what it will look like when you get into your position, you're going to have a fairly wide stance. You're kind of using your body weight for stability. This is how you create what we call external stabilization, is by using your forearm, your radius, and placing it on your thigh. Grab hold of the load. Now I'm ready to go. Now the back leg needs to be straight. Another thing now Meadows talks about is your pelvis position. It's okay to have your pelvis on an angle. My acetabulum, my left side, is going to be lower than my right hip. All right? So I'm going to get into the setup, I'm going to stabilize my body, and then I'm going to initiate. So here I'm going to basically pull with my arm extended. Now I'm going to go and stabilize. I'm driving this forearm into my thigh. All right? Now notice where my olecranon is going. My elbow is coming out towards and flaring out to the side, which means I'm also going to recruit a lot more posterior deltoid. You can see clearly my right hip is higher than my left hip. And I find when I do that, I get a really good stretch in my lat. So now I'm going with my stronger arm. So again, similar position, about half a foot here. My heel is in line with the barbell. I'm going to get my position, my stance. I'm going to bend, I'm going to get into a sort of semi-lunge position, and away we go. So this exercise, you can do exactly the same thing and create more external stabilization by using a bench. So now I'm going to wedge this right hand into the bench, and now I'm going to keep my pelvis in a straight line. Right? Now I personally find this a lot harder, maybe because I'm stabilizing more. So this side, that's the left arm. I'm going to switch around and do the right side. Right, so I'm going to get my pelvis in a straight line. I'm going to wedge my left hand into the pad, grab hold of the load, set it up. My arm is straight to begin with. My hips aren't moving, and we're going to initiate. So those are two variations that you can use. The Meadow Row, which is a fabulous movement, or we can introduce a bench. I think both ways are very good. I like to do 1 week Meadows Row, following week I'll use the bench and do a kind of a single arm row with the landmine attachment. This is Coach Troy Brown signing off. If you got any value from this video, please like, please subscribe, please send me a message in the comment section below if this has resonated with you, and I look forward to sharing some more information in the next video. Cheerio, governor.